Hey guys, and welcome back to my office/studio just outside the DC area. Today, we are here taking a look at all of the changes that Nissan has just unveiled on the 2021 Nissan Rogue. That's right, there's an all-new version of the best-selling car in Nissan's North American lineup. And obviously, because of the coronavirus pandemic, I am here showing you guys the car from my office as opposed to a major auto show. But let's take a first look. So Nissan really has been under the fire over the last few months, or the last year really, because of all the problems they've been having, of course, on their corporate end with their CEO and of course their product portfolio, which is just really tired. So obviously the company is trying to turn things around, and the new Rogue is supposed to be the start of that. It's one of 5 all-new models that you can expect from Nissan within the next couple of years. And the Rogue is arguably the most important Nissan model because the company managed to sell around 350,000 of these last year. So it's one of the top selling crossovers and it will continue to do so, especially with this all new generation coming out. Now let's start with the design of the all new Rogue. Now, unlike the previous generation, which had a more softer, kind of curvy, feminine look to it, this is definitely a lot more masculine. It's a lot boxier. It looks like it sits up actually taller. The front end has the latest evolved version of the Nissan V-Motion grille. You have standard multi-level LED headlights. Now, this is a big upgrade from the previous generation, which came with halogens on the lower end, and you had to go for the SL trim to get the LEDs. If you guys go for an SL or a Platinum on this new version, you'll also get LED fog lights. So I'm really liking how Nissan has really upgraded the lighting here. It brings a much more modern look to the Rogue, which is important. Now, moving around the side profile, you can see it's definitely a boxier and taller looking crossover, but if you actually look at the numbers, Nissan says the new Rogue is about 1.2 inches shorter in the overall length, which is good because the old one was actually on the longer end. So this one's now around 183 inches long. It's still a little bit longer than something like a Honda CR-V or a Toyota RAV4. They also said they made it 0.2 inches lower, which is interesting. Usually they'd make a crossover taller. But I do like these 19-inch 5-spoke wheels that they're showing on this, what I'm going to assume, Platinum model. It's riding on 235/55 with tires. It makes the Rogue definitely look a little bit more upscale and a little bit more rugged versus the previous generation. Now, at the rear of the new Rogue, there's a few things I'm noticing. I see some hints of the current generation Ford Escape in it. I mean, the boxier theme continues. There's also a lot more cladding at the rear on that bumper on this Platinum grade, along with the silver trim on the lower fascia. The exhausts I see are also exposed, and it looks like the taillights are kind of like an LED combination taillights. The turn signals appear to be an incandescent design. So overall, let me know in the comments below what you think of the design of the new Rogue. I'm going to assume this is probably going to remain a 2-row. Nissan offered a 3rd row on the previous generation, which didn't sell all that well, but regardless, when this car goes on sale toward the end of the year, it's going to be a really hot car for the company. Now, of course, under the new sculpted hood of the Rogue, you're gonna find just one engine choice. Now, there was rumors that Nissan would eventually offer a turbocharged engine from the Altima, their VC Turbo. Unfortunately, that's not going to be offered at least at launch. This car will start with a standard 2.5-liter 4-cylinder with direct injection now. That's new for 2021. It's a double overhead cam 4-cylinder that now makes 181 horsepower. That's an 11 horsepower bump over the previous generation, and it also makes 181 pound-feet of torque. That's 6 more pound-feet of torque. Nissan says that they have increased the efficiency of the engine by making it have less friction. They've also changed the exhaust manifold, and they've also added variable valve timing on the intake side. So of course, the new engine has a lot of the modern technologies that we expect. Now, it all goes out through a one-choice only continuously variable transmission. It's Nissan's specialty. It's built by their own company, Jatco, which they also own shares in, of course. So it's the next generation transmission. Of course, Nissan likes to get a lot of haters with their CVT transmission, but the latest crop are actually really good. So I'll have to wait and see reserve judgment for this car when I actually drive it. The Rogue will continue to be offered in front-wheel drive or available with all-wheel drive, and fuel economy, of course, will be announced at a later date. Now, moving on to the interior of the all-new Rogue, I think this is where Nissan really brought their A-game here with this next generation model. This Platinum version in particular, with the two-tone brown black leather combination, I think looks incredibly stunning. But if you look at the new interiors of the new Sentra, for example, it also has a very nice cabin. Now, obviously there are a lot of new tech features here. The Rogue has some of the most colorful displays you're going to find in the industry. The driver now has an available 12.3-inch fully digital display behind the steering wheel. That of course is going to be optional. If you guys for the lower trims, they will offer a 7-inch display, which is still one of the largest in the industry. Moving over to the center stack, you can see there's now a floating 9-inch tablet style screen with the latest version of the Nissan Connect head unit. It also includes things like wireless Apple CarPlay, which I believe is a first, at least for this compact SUV segment. You can also get Android Auto, which I don't believe the Android Auto is wireless. They didn't mention that in the press release. Nissan did say that this 9-inch tablet is the largest display in the segment. That's interesting to me because the RAV4 Prime also has a 9-inch display, so maybe Nissan had mentioned that before the new RAV4 came out. Now looking at the rest of the materials, you can see there's genuine stitching, it looks like, on the dash, on the door panels. I love the quilted two-tone leather look on the steering wheel. The one thing I am noticing, I see a heated steering wheel and I see 3-level heated front seats, but cooled seats are frustratingly not available on this car. I think that's a really big missed opportunity for Nissan. I think that's something they should consider adding, especially most competitors in the segment are now starting to add that. They also did add a 10.8-inch heads-up display, which is a first for the Rogue. That's another big premium touch to go again with that panoramic sunroof, which will continue to let in a lot of light. There's a new shifter as well for the Xtronic CVT. It's an electronic shifter. And overall, the cabin definitely has that premium look to it. You're also going to find the latest in terms of Nissan's safety tech, their Pro Pilot Assist with NaviLink. Nissan says will make driving in stop-and-go traffic even easier. It'll keep you centered in your lane and, of course, and follow the cars in front of you to a full stop and in stop-and-go traffic. So all the technology that you expect from Nissan is here, and they also say that the new back seats are more spacious. They actually already announced cargo figures as well. The cargo area will offer up to 74.8 cubic feet of space with all the seats down and around 34 cubic feet with the second row seats up. And there's also a redesigned version of the divide and hide cargo management system that you found on the previous generation, which just makes the whole organization of the cabin a lot nicer. They basically call the interior the family hub with all the technology, all the space, all the room. So Nissan's really kind of bringing it with the next generation Rogue. They want to show everybody that they see the flaws of their current lineup. They want their new products to be able to stand out, especially since this segment is constantly evolving. Now, if you guys are looking to pick up the new Rogue, how much is it gonna cost? Well, pricing obviously hasn't been announced on this car just yet. The current Rogue is in the mid $25,000 range, so I expect this to be fairly similar, but the new Rogue, Nissan says, will be going on sale later this year. I'm expecting in the fall of 2020, but I'm hoping that I'll also be able to get my hands on one of these soon. There's a lot of new entries in this segment, so the new Rogue should continue to be a promising option, and it really shows that Nissan is trying. But I hope you guys have enjoyed my full overview on the 2021 Nissan Rogue. If you're also looking to see the latest cars I'm testing, be sure to follow me on Instagram at redline_reviews. Like us on Facebook, and as always, guys, please keep subscribing to the Redline Reviews YouTube channel for all the latest reviews. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you all in the next video.